won't get too many people, but we'll have a bunch of people listen. Dude, I'll hit 10,000 downloads this month for the first time, so that's fucking rad.
Goddamn, seriously?
Yeah, like I'm at I think I need like 70 more to hit 10,000 for the month. And yeah, that I don't know, that just seems like a huge fucking number.
Shit, I mean, send me a link. I'll get you an extra like 2 or 3 listens.
Fuck yeah.
That's about what I'm good for.
Yeah, I'll tag you. I'll tag you tomorrow. No, it's kind of wild though. I started I've been interviewing this old cowboy. Like he's 89 years old, or he'll be 89 in February, and he's done nothing but basically been nothing but horseback working cows his entire life. He still works down in Texas on the 4.6s, and yeah, I'll send you a video. There's a video I saw on TikTok of him still roping and dragging calves to the fire.
Oh shit, you're on TikTok, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely
a TikToker.
Dude, I like TikTok, man. Hey, you about to take a drink?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I got some Blue Moon. I got Blue Moon and seltzers. That's I think I might have got a little. Do I need you're a Bronco fan, so
I'm a Raider man. Well, no, I'm really a Bronco fan. I'm a Packers fan, really.
But you're Packers Raiders. So the Bronco fan, do I have anything to celebrate tonight? Because I haven't not seen anything. I know Trevor Lawrence went first because we knew that 3 years ago.
So from a couple text chains that I'm on from Broncos fans, it seems like they're not happy, but I think outside of those people, like I think it was a good pick. But I mean,
okay, so we'll get into that here in a minute, but so I'm pulling up first round, number 1 overall. Trevor Lawrence goes to Jacksonville. Like I said, we knew that when Trevor Lawrence had showed out as a freshman, right? He was a true freshman, won the national championship, right?
Yeah, and I mean, Jacksonville said they were going to take him for months now, right?
Yeah, they went out and got Urban Meyer, went out and made a whole new practice facility, whatever. Like, yeah, they got their guy.
That's a solid pick too.
Yeah, I mean, from all aspects, it's not an exciting pick as far as like drama goes, but as far as the league goes, that's good, because if Jacksonville now has a stud and they can put a team around them, because they've been known to do that, to put some talent together. But they had Blake Bortles and Blaine Gabbert and whoever else.
I mean, honestly, it didn't matter who it was. No one's been consistent. If you get someone consistent, and like honestly, they probably really shouldn't just like throw them out there game 1. Like put whatever scrub they got right now, and maybe try them out like game 5 or something. Yeah,
like 5 or 6, something like that. That would be smart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Urban Meyer's.
They're not making the playoffs this year. Like, get them some time to acclimate to the NFL.
Yeah. So, because in the NFC South, the AFC South, that's where he'll be at. You've got Indy, Tennessee, and Houston. Houston's going to be dog shit.
Dude, Houston's got problems.
Yeah, Houston's probably shouldn't be a team. If we're being honest.
I mean, they probably currently don't have a quarterback, right?
Yeah. What's happening on that deal? Like, I'm so far out of football, it's not even funny.
I mean, okay, so I think there's 23 women who have allegations against.
That's a lot.
Okay, so it is a lot, and I'm certainly not saying that I am disagreeing with them, but it seems like maybe too much.
Before
I
get that too.
I mean, like if it was 5, it's like, okay, I totally believe you. 23, it's like, how did it get to this place?
Yeah, because like when Kobe's deal down, how many accusers did he have after that one chick, the infamous chick? He had a whole bunch right after that too.
Did he? I thought it was just the one.
I think they got disproven like real quick. I could be wrong about that. I mean, but
I'm on Kobe's side till I die. But
well, bros before hoes, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but
yeah, you can't say that. You work in the corporate world. You can't say that.
Don't catch me slipping here.
I got you, buddy. I got you. No, all right. So yeah, that like there's no surprise there. Trevor Lawrence, like I said, that you go 3 years ago, and everybody knew that was going to be the first overall pick. Zach Wilson from BYU goes to the Jets. That's a no-win situation.
I mean, it's a no-win situation probably for him, but I mean, for the Jets, like they need a quarterback badly, and it's a great pick for them. And he's probably like, it's unfortunate. He's probably gonna have like a bad career and then bounce around like after his rookie contract. That's too bad because I think he is actually good. They're a terrible organization.
Oh, they're awful. I mean, it's the Browns, it's the Lions, it's the Bears, and it's the Jets.
Like, I mean, at least the Browns like have like
I'll preface that and
they
say,
look okay, right?
Yeah. So I'll preface that. Traditionally, you've got the Browns, you've got the Jets, you've got the Lions, and you got the Bears, where quarterbacks go to die.
Oh, dude, I'm in Detroit, man. Like, the Lions are trash, and they're always going to be trash. And it's because, like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but generally, really bad picks.
Yeah. We'll get into
that. Really bad moves overall, and
Washington.
Bad coaching.
That's the other place where quarterbacks go to die is Washington.
Oh yeah, and that's too bad because I think sometimes it's not even Washington's fault. It's like bad injuries that happen. But
it is. But
like Alex Smith or
what's his name? The ESPN guy back in the 80s with that freak leg injury, like the end of his career.
I mean, Theismann?
Theismann, yes. Joe Theismann. That was gnarly.
LT lit him up.
Yeah. LT was, I fucking love LT. All right. So moving on, pick number. All right. So anyway, I guess recap. Second overall pick. It's a good pick. It's a smart pick for the Jets, but RIP Zach Wilson. Sorry, buddy. It's kind of like RIP Matthew Stafford. If he would have been anywhere else besides Detroit, like he'd be in the Hall of Fame conversation. Like that dude's legit. He just has a god awful organization around him.
I mean, I think you're right. All right, you might be right. A couple things that I would say against that is he had Calvin Johnson for a lot of his career, and like you just used to be able to just like throw the ball close to Calvin Johnson, and he's coming down with it.
Oh, it's like tractor beam, just
he's he's a giant. He's one of the fastest people on the field, and he was catching everything.
He was a god amongst men.
Yeah,
honestly.
And they were down all the time, so they're always throwing.
Mm-hmm.
And they never had a running back anyway, so they're always throwing. So yeah, he's putting up numbers. But yeah, I mean, I do agree. Like if he was on a good team, yes, it would be a different story about his career. And maybe it works out for him in LA. I don't think it will, but maybe.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, I think we can safely say R.I.P. Zach Wilson until you're out of that shithole. Trey Lance. I don't know what to think about this one. I don't know anything about him. I like North Dakota State. I like Carson Wentz. I like how North Dakota State puts together teams because they're pretty fucking legit. I don't know, like it's North Dakota, so obviously they're not getting any more people to go to school up there. But they will have the whole state of North Dakota for every home game. And they beat some pretty legit teams.
I mean, there's a solid 1,000 people that live in North Dakota, and
I mean, easy 1,000. Yeah,
I'm like maybe 2, but I actually do. I like Trey Lance, and I kind of maybe would give an analogy to Allen, who at YO, who also didn't play probably better competition than Trey Lance, but not
by much.
Yeah,
not by much.
The Mountain West really, the Mountain West is not great.
You got BYU.
Utah State.
That's about it. Yeah, Utah State or not BYU, Boise. You got Boise State and Utah State, and sometimes Fresno.
The good teams all bailed out of the Mountain West. And so
with good reason.
I would love for Colorado State to get out of the Mountain West as some of the better.
I know. I know.
It doesn't look. There's a small window that it might have happened, and it's not happening now. But I think Trey Lance, I'm looking at him right now, 6'4", 225, big guy, huge arm. He's got the frame, he's got the skill. Too. Yeah, he's got the frame, he's got the skills, he's got the arm. And I think that Josh Allen, he didn't have the competition, but you can see what he could be. And I think that's the same thing with Trey Lance is you can see how he
talent.
He's got the talent, and I mean he's got to sit for a while before he's ready. But I mean, honestly, maybe not that long at San Francisco. He's just got a team, ready to go.
Especially
for him.
with that defense and some weapons around him. Fuck, man, he could do good.
It could be like Roethlisberger, his first year in Pittsburgh, where he was really just he just managed the game and didn't really, didn't.
Yeah, they didn't put him in they never put him in a position to fuck up, and he never made the fuck up. He just did his thing.
And that was the same thing. They had a nice defense then, and 49ers have a nice defense now. They might be able to get away with starting them a little bit earlier and starting them a little bit light.
Yeah, I don't know, and honestly, and this is just from going off of my knowledge of North Dakota. I was a little bit surprised to see that he's a black dude, and also on top of that, it's so it's a black dude at North Dakota State taking snaps under center, which doesn't happen. I mean, most black guys that play quarterback, not to be the stereotype, but if you just look at them, most of them are pretty mobile. They run out of the shotgun. This guy could be a fucking weapon. I mean, if he's halfway mobile, like most black quarterbacks are, and he's under center, playing in a pro style formation, man, he could do well.
Well, I mean, I think at San Francisco, he's probably going to run out of the shotgun. But
it's a West Coast offense.
Yeah, I mean, but he is mobile, and like I don't know, it's a like pretty easy comparison to like Kaepernick as a San Francisco mobile quarterback.
It's all going back to like Bill Walsh, that whole West Coast offense.
Yeah, and I mean also like a black man from a like small school.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm a fan. Like I'm on his team. Like go Trey Lance. I hate San Francisco as a geography, but good for you, buddy. Like I hope he kicks some ass. Like he's got a team behind him. Like that guy could like there's a chance he'll be Super Bowl MVP. You know, if the cards play right. You know, like he's got a. I'd say right off the bat of these, because first three picks of quarterbacks, he's got the most legit chance of winning the championship before the rest of them.
I agree. I mean, got no chance, and Jags
less than no chance.
Jags need some work before they're a legitimate team.
I'd say like 3 years you give the Jags and they'll be in the conversation if they if Trevor Lawrence does what Trevor Lawrence is supposed to do, and they keep building around him, 3-4 years, Jacksonville will be a force. Zach Wilson, R.I.P. Once again, R.I.P. Zach Wilson.
San Francisco could be good really soon, though.
Like this year could be really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on your side. I'm more of a East Bay in San Francisco, but whatever.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah, I mean that he has a legit chance to win a Lombardi Trophy this year. So then we go number 4, Kyle Pitts. I've heard a lot about this guy. I watched zero football last year, so I don't know anything about him, but everybody says this is the first tight end taken in the top 5 since like Ditka and somebody else. I can't remember who, but like everybody says like this is a can't miss guy. So I assume Atlanta's re-signed Matty Ice.
Yeah, I think he's still around, which is
all right.
Maybe unfortunate for Atlanta, but I mean, I hear good things about.
What else are you gonna do, though?
I mean, I hear good things about Pitts, but at number 4, like this seems just way too high to draft.
For a tight end,
even the best tight end, like that just seems way too high to draft a tight end. I would.
Think Jimmy Graham at his at his best. He was a first round guy, wasn't he? But it was like mid first round.
Yeah, you're right. And like I don't know. Apparently, I was talking to one of my friends during the draft. Like the Lions have drafted 3 tight ends in the first round in like the last 20 years or something like that, and like
oh fuck,
it's not been good.
Well,
I mean, like other first round tight ends recently, like Vernon Davis. All right, that seems nice. Kellen Winslow is good. Maybe don't ride motorcycles, but those are solid picks. But none of them were number 4. Like that's too high for that. And especially when you got they're talking about trading Julio Jones, and there's 2 they got both. You still got both of the Alabama wide receivers on the board at number 4. Like,
yeah, and you got Jamar Chase out of LSU. You got Waddle. You got the tackle out of Oregon.
Well, you got Devonta Smith, the Heisman.
Yeah, I mean you got a bunch. Yeah, I don't know. So are we saying R.I.P. Kyle Pitts?
No, I think he's probably going to be like an okay tight end, but honestly, even if he's like a good tight end, number 4 seems high.
Yeah, it is. But what if he turns out to be Anthony Gonzalez type tight end?
Then fine. That's an amazing pick. Like
All
truly
right,
amazing.
So
Yeah.
we're going 50-50 on Kyle Pitts.
All right.
Most likely he's going to be okay. But it's 50-50 if he's going to be great. And I think that's a good choice because there's a good chance he could really rack up some numbers with Matty Ice. Matty Ice likes to throw to the tight end. And
he does.
And so you're probably going to have an excellent season and then lose in the playoffs, Kyle Pitts, because that's how Atlanta does. But anyway, so not a total. That's like a half RIP, I think.
Yeah, it's not a death sentence yet.
No, he'll be good. He'll make some money. But he's at Atlanta, so. Number 5.
I mean, at least he's at Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, he could be at Detroit or the Jets. You know.
Yeah,
it could be worse. It could be at Houston. Fuck. Imagine being at Houston right now. Fuck.
You could be in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the team maybe is going to be okay, but the city sucks too. Well,
yeah, exactly. Even if you win, you still have to go back to Cleveland.
Cincinnati is really what.
Yeah.
Team sucks. City sucks.
Yeah. I mean, because like if Buffalo sucks, I've never been to Buffalo, but I assume it sucks.
I've heard that it sucks. I drove through it. That was enough.
All right, but the fans are pretty badass, and like if you gotta go back,
break some tables or some shit.
Yeah, but if you got to go back to a shitty place, it might as well be Buffalo because they'll appreciate you there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like
couple minutes.
Bills Mafia is undefeated, I think.
You certainly got the fans there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think you're right. Cincinnati, is it Cincinnati or Miami? Miami might be like one of the best places to be an NFL player, like as far as just the life goes. But as far as a team, man, they're pretty bad.
They are pretty bad. That's why I say Cincinnati. Like, I find them in Michigan, and even before I was in Michigan, I did not like Ohio. I pretty much hate them now because whatever state rivalry has been ingrained into me.
Ohio, by the way.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ohio.
Fuck Ohio State and fuck the state of Ohio.
Yeah, right in the ear hole. Like, we don't like you.
Yeah. But yeah, Cincinnati's got to be pretty far down there.
Oh, we got a couple comments here. But we're getting to it, Justin. Don't worry. All right. So Jamar Chase goes to Cincinnati. I mean, you can't lose with that guy, I don't think. But man, you could have taken an old lineman there, since you got the hometown boy Joey Burrows, fucking cigar waving swag motherfucker. I mean, like the face of your franchise, the only guy in America that wants to go back to Cincinnati, and you got him. You might want to protect him. Just a thought.
Yeah.
But is
honestly,
Jamar
I don't
Chase
think
that kind of guy though? Is he that good?
I mean, I think he's good. I think he's good.
And I'm asking you because I don't know. I don't know this guy. So,
I mean, kind of like you, I didn't watch as much college football as I have in the past, and so I didn't see like a ton of action from him. But what I've seen, like, is pretty good. I think the high end is certainly high, but I think on the opposite side, he could be a bust really quick too. So I don't know. I'm not mad at this pick though. I think I'm okay with that.
I'm not either, but also like you better find some free agents or like your next 4 picks better be offensive linemen.
I mean, you're right.
You got to protect that guy because Joey Burrows, I think we all can agree, is the real deal. Like that guy is like he's proven himself.
He certainly showed off talent last year, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, like he cannot get sacked that many times. Like you're gonna get him killed. He's gonna be Andrew Luck out of the league in 6 years if you don't protect him. So like it's not a bad pick, I don't think, but like you better address the real need real quick.
Yeah, and I mean, as a counterpoint, like having someone like Chase, like will pull people out of the box.
That's true.
You know, I mean, they go 3 wide receiver set. You can't run 8 in the box at that point, and that pulls a little bit of pressure off them. But I totally agree. They need, second round pick. They need a lineman.
Yeah, they got to have it, or they got to trade and get like a proven one, something. That guy that's honestly probably one of those once in a lifetime type deals for Cincinnati. Like you got the hometown boy that actually wants to be in Cincinnati for all your failures in life, and there's a bunch of them. He wants to be there, so like you probably better keep him there and keep him playing. So get some offensive linemen. Not a bad pick, but yeah, you better address the need on the next one. Number 6, we went Jalen Waddle, wide receiver out of Alabama. Is he wide receiver? Wide receiver out of Alabama. To the Dolphins. So that means they're riding with Tua, huh?
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I mean, personally, I probably like Smith a little bit more than Waddle, but this is a solid pick. I mean, super athletic guy.
Yeah. What's the story with Miami? Are they going to be good? Seems like they're starting to get some talent. Probably not. Yeah, I don't have any.
That's kind of what I think. Too.
Yeah. So like all these places where we said, and we probably should have said Miami as a place where quarterbacks go to die, because honestly, after Dan Marino, name me a good. I mean, you can say Fitzmagic, but
Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill was good when he left Miami.
Brian Greasy. I don't know.
Yeah. There's not much.
These are the only quarterbacks I could even think of.
And that should tell you how good the Miami Dolphins are. And
it's unfortunate because they've had some talent there, but they really just never have had a quarterback to like lead that team.
Even when they tried to pay Fitzmagic, they still didn't really commit to him as the guy. And
I also don't really think he's that good, but
no, I don't think so either. I think
he's good for about like 6 to 8 games, but not a full season.
No, he's if they would use him like Nick Foles, like Napoleon Dynamite, where he just comes in to like he's more of a closer. I think Fitzmagic. Yeah, I mean, who's got more swag than fucking Fitzmagic? I mean, that he's got all the swag in the world, and if you just like start playing his song and he steps on the field, fuck, dude, he's gonna go wreck people. But if you ask him to do the whole season, he can't do it.
Or I mean, the other thing is like he's got tons of experience. He would be a perfect guy to start in front of like Lawrence Wilson or Lance for half a season, and then let them take over, and he can, help help them mature quicker because he does have a lot of experience. But yeah, he's not a full season guy. And like I really wouldn't want to ever trust him with a franchise.
No, and when he's good, he's good.
It's just
like when he's off, it's bad. Like you're talking like four picks in a game, bad.
Yeah. But I think overall with that pick, it's good, especially if you, if they really believe in Tua, like it's a good pick.
Oh, because they played together. I mean, it makes sense. I don't hate it. I hate the Dolphins. I hate everything they do. So, like as far as osmosis goes, I probably hate this pick. But it's not the pick itself. It's just the Dolphins in general. I don't trust anything they do.
I don't really like the Dolphins either, and I swear it stems from Ace Ventura.
I think you may be right. We're in that same time period of that rings true. That rings true.
Yeah, I was a kid then, and I'm like, fuck the Dolphins.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I got to take a leak here, Jake, but we'll talk about your Detroit Lions. I can hear you. So we got Paneer Sewell out of Oregon, offensive tackle. What do we think about that one?
All right. So I think it was a good pick. I think a lot of people here were hoping for maybe Fields, or maybe trade down a pick. Since we just picked up Goff for Stafford and don't really need the quarterback like right now. We can maybe wait a year, but I think this is really good lineman. I think he could be the leader of that O-line team for years to come. And they really do need that because they give up a lot of sacks. The rushing game is not very good. As a Packers fan, I'm not really happy to see him on their line. But I think it's overall it's a smart choice. Is maybe not like the flashy one, but I think with all these like three quarterbacks going like top three, and a couple wide receivers or a fucking tight end going up quick. Like 10 years ago, this might have been like a top 2 or 3 pick, and I think this is like a solid pick at 7.
Yeah, it's a value pick for sure. He's ESPN's got him the number 1 rated offensive tackle. That's been a chronic problem for Detroit. So I think it's a solid pick. Not flashy by any means, but it's the right one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like Stafford was just getting hammered continuously, and with him and I forget what the guy they got last year. Like, with both of those two at tackles, like that's great protection, and that like they're gonna need it with Goff to like even have a chance, because Minnesota and Green Bay are they're gonna beat up on the rest of the NFC North.
Yeah, I think so. So we're headed into number 8. That is J.C. Horn, cornerback out of South Carolina, going to the Carolina Panthers. Panthers just traded for Sam Darnold. What do you think about that one? I think this is probably a solid pick all the way around. I don't know much about this guy, but I'm more interested about the Sam Darnold deal.
I mean, okay, so I don't really like Darnold. I think this is a good. I like J.C. Horn. I think he's a good player, but I don't think Darnold's going to be the future there. And so I might have gone for Fields.
Yeah, because Justin Fields, quarterback out of Ohio State, was still on the board. I don't know. Given with their situation, it makes sense. They got their receiver, they got their quarterback. If that's what they think Sam Darnold is, they got Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey is amazing, but
yeah,
you only go as far as someone who could throw to him.
I'm not exactly. I'm not sold on Sam Darnold at all, but apparently they are. So I guess more power to them. And maybe like Darnold was, they're up until they took Baker. He was the number 1 rated quarterback on that draft. But he went to the Jets, like we said. Zach Wilson's probably anywhere else, probably going to be a pretty good quarterback.
Maybe you're right. Like maybe it's just the Jets effect that lowers Darnold's stock.
Yeah, and you know what? I tend to agree with you, though. I think Darnold's going to be a bust all the way around, even in Carolina. But given how they handled the offseason, that there's no surprise in that pick. This one, number 9, my Denver Broncos. This one kind of surprised me. I don't hate it. I have not, like I said, I didn't watch any college football, but just looking at his stats, he's 6'2", 208, cornerback out of Alabama. Alabama being known for defense. That's a big cornerback. I'm fine with that. The quarterback situation is far from settled. Teddy Bridgewater, I don't hate that move. I also don't love that move. Especially when you got Justin Fields there. I don't think anybody's sold on Drew Lock.
So I don't think Drew Lock's very good. No. I like Bridgewater. But there's certainly the injury issue. Is he ever going to be as good as as he was? Probably not. Because I don't know. Apparently, that injury is pretty horrific.
Well, that's the thing is, people forget Teddy Bridgewater was MVP candidate that season. I mean,
he's looking really good.
He was fucking on fire.
Yeah. And I'm not expecting that, but even if you get maybe 80-90% of his potential that year, like that's really good.
Yeah.
And maybe you're right. Like he's probably not the future quarterback because he's certainly not young. But Fields is there. I'm not really sold on Fields generally, but I think a solid cornerback is a good pick.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Build your defense.
Yeah, this is just a typical Bronco move.
This is better than a typical Bronco move.
True. So this is going to be the next Chris Harris. Even though I know Chris Harris was a undrafted free agent, but he's going to end up being the lockdown corner for the Broncos. He's going to be the Champ Bailey, where
that's a stretch.
But it maybe not that level of player, but he's going to be a good guy that doesn't have a team around him is what I see.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I guess the question maybe is would you prefer to have Horn?
No, I don't know. Honestly, I can't dispute this pick, particularly. I don't know. I think being a Bronco fan, you're always looking for the next Elway, and so we don't have an Elway at this point. I mean, even though Elway's in the front office, he's god awful. He should have stopped at quarterback.
Put down the bottle maybe too.
Well, that too. I mean, I'd be fine with that. Or just not give him so much discretion. Like, let him be the face. I'm fine with him being the face of the franchise if he doesn't have to make any decisions. Like, when you gotta reach down in the well and go talk to Peyton Manning to get him at Mile High, like that's where John Elway shines. But the rest of it, let the people that actually know the whole game of football figure it out, because John Elway obviously don't. I mean, he obviously does not.
Yeah, yeah. He has a history of not good picks.
Dude, Shaq Barrett would still be outside, edge rusher for the Broncos for pennies on the dollar if they would have just fucking listened to him. Like not just a serviceable edge rusher, but like a damn good edge rusher for almost no money, being the hometown boy, and he would have took it happily. But no, you wouldn't do it. Like, you offered him as trade bait, and just like continually tried to get him off your team, even though he produced game after game after fucking game. It's fucking stupid. Like, that shit boggles my mind.
Sounds like Monfort right there.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Monfort.
Sorry, I don't want to go down that hole.
Yeah. That's a whole different episode, man. All right. So I don't know. I don't hate this one.
No, I think it's good. Where the Broncos are right now, like, I think they're pretty far away from competing at like a high level, and like he could mature around the time that they are able to compete, in the AFC West, which is probably going to be pretty competitive for a while.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of the frustration behind it, because you're in the AFC West, so you got Patty fucking Mahomes. Like, that guy's gonna be around. He's gonna be around. Yeah, and then you got Justin Herbert over there in San Diego or LA, I guess now.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be a beast. And then you got Derek Carr over there, who, like, he's not Patty Mahomes, he's not Justin Herbert, but he can still hurt you. So you gotta have a good quarterback in the AFC West, and I just don't see it. Maybe Teddy Bridgewater will be awesome. I hope so. I don't know. I'm not sold.
I mean, I don't really want the Broncos to do well, but I do hope Bridgewater does.
I hope Bridgewater does. I've been a fan of Bridgewater since because he was out of Louisville, right?
Yeah, I was so disappointed when he shattered his, was it arm or leg? I can't remember.
Something like that. Yeah, because he was having was he the same class as RG3 and who was it? Was it Mariota?
Yeah. So somewhere around there, he's certainly been around for a while, and
and then you look at him and you're like, man, he was a guy that was not talked about. All the hype was on Mariota and RG3, and here is Teddy Bridgewater had a worse injury than RG3 and came back stronger, and still can't get fucking paid. I mean, I guess he kind of got paid this past year, but like, I don't know. I hope I'm a fan of Teddy Bridgewater, and I hope he does well. I don't know. I'm not sold on the injury stuff, but
and he's even if he's fine, he's not a long-term solution.
Yeah, you got him pretty cheap, I guess. I mean, it wasn't a bad move. And that told what the Broncos were going to do. Like, I think they were legit trying to trade up into that top 5, and it just was going to be too much.
Yeah,
is what I think. But anyway, so Patrick Surtain, welcome to the Broncos. I hope you do well. The Eagles, they go with Devonta Smith out of Alabama. That's a hell of a receiver.
He's a third person out of Alabama, second receiver, and I mean, honestly, I think maybe he's the best out of the three. I mean, Heisman Trophy winner. He was just a monster in the title game until he got hurt. The knock on him is he's small.
Yeah, and you'll have that, but it's a different league than it used to be, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Like, what's the guy in KC that's just tearing it up?
Yeah, and everybody goes across the middle nowadays because you can't get hit across the middle. So it's not the same game. I was listening to interview with Michael Irvin the other day, and he was like, they asked him like what, if he would have played in today's game. He's like, oh, guaranteed, I'd be right up there with Julio and I believe that. Like he was that good. He just played in a different game, and he was that much of a like, fuck you, I'm gonna go get it. Like he had that chip on his shoulder.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think receivers at that time were built a little bit different, but I mean, they're all amazing athletes that would have adapted.
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna get real stereotypical on you here, Jake, but like you need to talk to your people and like get on the science, so like we can like reverse age people like Michael Irvin or Michael Jordan or something, and so they can go play like when all the greats are in their prime and they can play each other, and we'll find out who the true great is, because I think it's going to be Jordan at the end of the day. Like,
I mean, dude, if I could, I would, so I could get Jordan back in his prime and beat the shit out of LeBron, so I could shut up all these motherfuckers on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, seriously though, I mean, I think you're our best hope though. You're an Indian guy. You guys are pretty good at the science and stuff. So, like put in a good word. Let's get on that, because that's what the world needs, I think.
Yeah, yeah. You'll figure this out when I grow my hair back and not growing gray anymore.
Okay, so it's not gonna happen. Damn it! God damn it. No, can you imagine though? Like you put like the biggest scumbags of all time too. So like you have
me.
You have like Genghis Khan fight the Nazi army. You have the like the Mongol hordes versus the Luftwaffe. I mean, I would watch that. I if we could do that in a controlled setting where we don't destroy the world, that would be pretty fucking rad.
I mean, honestly, that's probably more up my alley with some software simulation shit.
People, because I would watch the fuck out of that. All right, so Devonta Smith, that's a good pick. For all, I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about the guy, but from everything I've heard, that's a pretty well can't miss pick.
He's a straight stud. Yeah,
and fuck who? Oh, it's Jalen. Is it Jalen Hurst is the quarterback for Philly now, or Jalen
Hurts?
Something. Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
so,
I think so.
I don't know.
I think that was like. I mean, that was kind of like. He was kind of like starting here and there, but I think that he's the future there.
Yeah,
he's super athletic. He scramble a bunch, which hopefully that works out for Smith. Get open. But we'll see.
Yeah, because he's not a big guy, Devonta Smith. He's 6 foot,
170 pounds.
Yeah, $170. So he's like your Antonio Brown type of receiver. Like he's
but short too. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's not quite Wes Welker, but like a little taller Wes Welker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got
Fields now.
Bears going to Chicago.
I mean, so I don't really Fields has certainly like proven himself on the field. I don't know if that's going to transfer into the NFL like people think it will.
I'm not sold.
I'm very biased against Ohio and Ohio State and the Bears. So,
well, fuck them both. But I've heard a lot of good things about these guys, but then like right when it came up to like nitty gritty time when people started putting out their like, this is where I actually, instead of just you're not just having fun with it and you're saying like this is what I actually think is going to happen. Like Justin Fields kept getting lower and lower, and I was like, I don't know. There's a lot of quarterback hungry teams out there passing on the guy, and that's not a good sign.
Yeah, I saw something this morning with him getting taken 32nd.
Oof.
So I mean, it's not there.
Good on you, Justin Fields. You made a lot more money going at 11. But Chicago, one of those places where quarterbacks go to die. So R.I.P. Justin Fields is my take.
Yeah, me too.
All right. That's the second consensus. R.I.P. Justin Fields. Micah Parsons, inside linebacker from Penn State, going number 12 to the Cowboys.
Dude is a straight stud. I think he took last year off for COVID.
Yeah, I remember this guy. Just another fucking linebacker from Linebacker U.
I think he's just like he's a big boy. Big Ten puts out like good linebackers.
If like critics say this is a first round talent, just draft him. If he's there, draft him because he's gonna be a Paul Puzzlesny or whatever, and just put his face in dudes' other faces with authority for 20 years. That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what Penn State does. So that's probably the safest pick besides Trevor Lawrence we've seen all day, I think.
I think that's a good one. Hey, I'm gonna go on mute.
So next up we got Rashaan Slater from Northwestern. Offensive tackle. He is a 6'4", 304, going to the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's see, what's it say? Slater has below average length for an elite offensive tackle prospect, but he's a polished hand fighter with excellent quickness, upper body strength, and body control. He's an effective positional blocker with good balance and average power in the run game. Slater has excellent range and is smooth climbing to the second level. Makes it sound like he's kind of a pussy. Below average length for an elite offensive tackle, so he doesn't have the reach. His arms aren't quite as long. Polished hand fighter. I don't know. Position rank on ESPN's number 2 at the offensive tackle, 13th pick. That's the second offensive tackle off the board. Makes sense. You got a flashy new quarterback in Justin Herbert that you got to protect. Makes a lot of sense. So this guy is out of Northwestern. Yeah, I don't know much about this guy, but yeah, they all have him at the number 2 offensive tackle. Makes sense. Now we got number 14. I cannot pronounce this guy's name. Elijah Vera Tucker. Oh. All right, Jake is back. Rashaan Slater, what's your thoughts on him?
All right, so I heard what you said. I hadn't heard really a ton about the length. I mean, that certainly matters as a lineman, but I had generally heard good things. That's really all I have to say. I think. I mean, given where the Chargers are, I mean, where the Chargers are, like a good old lineman, like seems like a good thing.
Yeah,
and honestly, like I just generally will never like knock someone from picking linemen in the first round because
no, man.
It's not flashy, but it's like someone like
it's what the good teams
you can start.
Do.
Yeah, someone you can start for like 10 years. That's a first round pick. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, you look at and this will make you weep a little bit, Jake. But like you look at the owners and the general managers that win. Al Davis was known for taking the fastest player in the draft, but you had your run in the 80s.
Raiders, baby.
But since then, you haven't done shit. And Belichick, he will cut the highest played player on the team every time just to save a buck, and he will make do.
We got our asses handed to us in the Super Bowl in 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a bad one. That was a stacked team, though. I mean, outside of Trent Dilfer, that was an all-time team.
No, that was not Trent Dilfer. It was Kurt. Or no, oh shoot!
I'm pretty sure that was.
It wasn't
Trent Dilfer.
I know it wasn't. But it was Tim Brown, Jerry Rice, Rich Gannon was the quarterback.
Yeah. No. So Trent Dilfer was the Buccaneers quarterback. Yeah, that was like the shittiest quarterback battle of all time. Rich Gannon versus Trent Dilfer.
Rich Gannon was a straight god for the regular season. He set the record for most consecutive 300-yard games in a season. It was great. Receiving core amazing. Charlie Garner that year had it wasn't 1,000. He had 975 rushing and 950 receiving as a running back. That's a amazing season. The defense wasn't really shit, except that they had Bill Romanowski, which is he's insane.
That guy is he probably killed a guy at some point.
My favorite thing, maybe the only thing I've ever heard him say was on a 60-minute interview. He was talking about being in a pile up, going for a loose ball. And he said, he's reaching for the ball, trying to get the ball, and he grabs someone's hand. And he was like, I didn't know whose hand it was, but I had a hold of a finger when I snapped it. It was like, I don't know if it was my team or another team, but I did it. It was that man is, but he has 5 rings.
Yeah.
I think he has 4 rings, but he's been to the Super Bowl 5 times.
Yeah, that guy's fucking nuts. And he's still around, by the way. That's the scary part. He's still around, and people actually treat him with respect because he played in the NFL. I'm you were a freak athlete, but you're still a piece of shit, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's playing on the Broncos, I'm okay with him. But in real life, I'm not. No, that shit that shit doesn't work in real life.
I loved it when he was on the Raiders, and then I heard that stuff. I'm like, oh my god, that's it's terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. We went Rashaan Slater to Elijah Vera Tucker. I don't know much about him either, but he's got the number 1.
Was he the center?
They're calling him O tackle or no guard.
No, he's a
so
guard.
He's the number one guard. He out at USC 6'5", 308. I would say gets into position and gets movement at the point of attack in the run game. Smooth getting set. Good body control. Blah 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 blah. Sounds like a solid pick.
Okay, so I don't.
That's kind of high for a guard, though.
It's a little high for a guard. I don't think ESPN here is necessarily noting the trades here because I think the Jets traded for this pick.
Yeah, they had to because they already got the number 2 guy.
Yeah, and I don't think this was like a pick that they had from like a previous trade. I think they've traded for a draft like tonight.
Yeah, what the fuck, ESPN?
So I think
from Minnesota. Oh, there it is. So from Minnesota.
Where'd you see that? Oh, I do. At the top here, I see.
Yeah, but it doesn't say. You can't click on it and see what. Yeah, they
traded for it.
Yeah, so okay. I don't know what because man, they had to trade way back up. That's the 14th pick. They went from 2, so they went from the 34 pick to 14. That 20 spots they had to jump.
Yeah, and this is actually interesting that we just noticed it now. So like half of the picks previous were traded picks, and like unfortunately we can't tell like when they were traded, but they were traded at some point. I don't know if it was draft night. I know there's several drafts that was happening tonight, but I'm almost positive this one happened tonight.
We're a bunch of dumb. We're a bunch of dum dums. It's all right.
Yeah,
we don't know what.
Either way, I think they needed
baby. We don't know.
So I think they needed another guard. I think they lost like a couple linemen in free agency this year, and like you just got a brand new quarterback. Like fine, go do yourself a guard.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Especially first best guard on the board. Like fine, take him. I got no problem with this pick. That's
all right. So the next pick though, that's the big one.
I'm fucking pissed. I'm real
Mac
pissed.
Jones, quarterback from Alabama, 6'3", 217 pounds, number 5 overall pick, number 5 ranked quarterback according to ESPN, goes to the New England Patriots, and that is not a trade either.
Nope.
Nope. They got their guy, huh?
Yeah, I was really mad about this because I think there's maybe like some other teams that could have like traded up above to get Mac Jones. I really didn't want New England to get him. I think he's better than Fields, but that's maybe a toss up. But I just don't want another. I don't want another New England like dynasty.
Hell, well, that's what we got, it seems like. But you never know. Alabama quarterbacks have not been good.
You're right. Yeah.
So it's hard to tell. But that seems like the most Bill Belichick of all Bill Belichick moves.
Yeah, and it's actually. I mean, it's
how
funny,
does that guy continue to win? Seriously, how are people not combating him?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, especially with that, like Minnesota trading that pick, like someone else could have jumped up ahead and grabbed Mac Jones because, like, who needs Elijah Vera at that? You know, at 14, like you could have grabbed him probably several spots lower. Like, I was shocked that it happened. I was, at the bar with my buddy who was pretty, he's paid way more attention than either of us. And he was mad about it too. And I think none of us want to see the Patriots turn back into the Patriots.
Seriously, that's the worst TV ever.
Yeah, I like Cam Newton, but I was really happy to see them do poorly.
Everybody was.
I'm very spiteful. I'm a Raiders fan because the Broncos beat the Packers in the Super Bowl, and so I started rooting for their rival. I hate the Patriots.
It makes perfect sense,
And I hate the Patriots because of the snow game where Charles Woodson sack fumbled Timmy Brady, and they call it a incomplete pass. And they had to make a whole new rule because of that play.
Tell me all about that, Jake. I got to pee again. Let the rage flow.
So it's the AFC Championship, 2001, to go to the Super Bowl. I think the Patriots are at their maybe 25, their own 25. Brady goes back, starts to initiate a pass, starts to tuck. Charles Woodson lights him up. Ball pops out, recovered by the Raiders. On review, they said that he has an open hand as he's lets the ball go, and they call it an incomplete pass instead of a fumble. In the next year, they created the tuck rule, which would have turned that into a fumble and not an incomplete pass. And it let the Patriots go on to win their first Super Bowl of the Brady dynasty instead of the Raiders who should have gone on to the Super Bowl that year. Shout out
Raiders
Charles
fans. Raiders fans are still butthurt about that, and I love every minute of it.
That was 20 years ago, and I'm still mad.
You have that. But I'm going to make it up to you, Jake. You get to pick the theme music for this episode. Any song you want, buddy.
Any song I want?
Yep. If you want to make
Raiders, baby.
All right. Well, if you want to make a statement on the Cowboy podcast, you go for it. You are in full control of the musical talent.
I mean, oh shoot! All right, we go. Black Rob, whoa! R.I.P. Black Rob.
Black Rob. I'm gonna have to buy that one because I'm not familiar with him. And the song is called "Whoa."
Yeah.
All right. That will be the theme song. All right. So now we're at number 16. The Arizona Cardinals pick Zaven Collins, who is outside linebacker, 6'5", 259 out of Tulsa. I don't know much about these guys, but if he's coming out of Tulsa and he's going in the first round, he's probably pretty fucking legit.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's edge rushing, outside linebacker. Yeah. That's about as much as I know about him, and that people who know more than me said that this was a solid pick. So that's all I got.
When you got somebody coming out of a small college like Tulsa in the first round, the guy's legit. That's usually your most can't miss prospects of the draft is when they're going in the first round coming out of a small college like that.
Yeah.
All right, now we got the Las Vegas Raiders picking Alex Leatherwood, offensive tackle out of Alabama. He's the number 2 ranked offensive tackle from ESPN. Let's see. Leatherwood's quickness, explosive power, and ability to jar defenders in the run game stands out on tape.
So, okay. I think he's a solid player, but was drafted probably a half a round too high. I immediately got a text from Aaron laughing at the Raiders for taking him because he's projected like mid-second round.
So it's a typical Raiders move.
I mean, actually, I think they didn't pick the fastest. They didn't pick the fastest person in the draft, which was nice. So yeah. But I mean, you got Carr, who is a probably average quarterback. You got Jacobs. You got Jacobs, who's could turn into a stud in the right conditions. Ruggs shows some promise. Waller is a top end tight end, and so give it a little bit more protection, and maybe them trade for Aaron Rodgers or something like that. They might be a really good team.
There's a lot of ifs with the Raiders. There's a lot of ifs with the Broncos. But if all those ifs line up, we could have really 2 good teams in the AFC West that could beat Kansas City and San Diego. There's a lot of ifs that have to line up.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the Raiders are like a year closer than the Broncos.
At least the Broncos are nowhere close.
Yeah,
the Broncos are nowhere close.
I think a couple moves and a couple people maturing a little bit could turn the Raiders back into. I mean, I think the AFC West is going to be pretty hard this year, so it might be difficult to nab a wild card spot. But at least make it difficult for some of the better teams at least.
Yeah. Well, I think getting 10 wins in the AFC West is going to be pretty goddamn tough.
I mean, they're just going to beat each other up. I mean,
it's going to be like the NL Central back in the day when it was when the Pirates and it wasn't the Pirates. It was the
Pirates, Cubs, and
Cardinals, right?
Cardinals, yeah.
Yeah.
All of them over 97 wins.
Yeah, and they just beat the shit out of each other. All they won all their games outside the division, but in the division they basically split. And you know what? The Central didn't win the series that year,
but they did the next year.
Yeah.
And I mean the AFC West might be like that, and the Broncos are going to be like Cincinnati.
I think so. You know what? Elway was the worst hiring choice of any football team in the last 10 years. I'll go ahead and say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I don't like Elway at all because of reasons that I talked about with the Packers.
Yeah.
But I think he's a good maybe face of the franchise and should not be in charge of draft picks.
Yep, I think that's the
or personnel overall.
Yeah, or just any actual decisions. When we gotta go woo Aaron Rodgers to the Broncos, send John Elway. Outside of that, just let him do his thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, just don't give him any decisions. 18, we got Jaylene Phillips, who's a defensive end from Miami, going to Miami. Is that right? Yeah, he is from Miami. Well, so hometown boy. I don't know anything about him, but he's number 2 guy on the board as far as DNs go. And
I mean, I don't know anything about him either.
Who did the Jet or the Dolphins pick earlier? Was it Jamar? No, that was the Bengals.
Waddle, wide receiver.
Waddle, that's right. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we said that we got Waddle and a D end. So they are going all in on Tua, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if they're all in on Tua, like a good edge rushing D end is that's a solid pick. And
I'd say, yeah, like
that's all I know about that.
If that's their case, and Tua is their guy, and that's what they're going with, yeah, the pick makes sense. Let's see. We got next up we got Jamin Davis out of Kentucky going to the Washington football team. He's an inside linebacker, 6'4", 234. Tall guy. Not particularly big though.
That's the first thing that I noticed too. 234 is, I mean,
how old? Oh, hold on. Let's see. Doesn't say. Click on the analysis. I don't know how old this guy is, because if he's 18, 19, that makes sense. But if he's 24 and he's 6'3" and only 250 or 230, 6'4" and 230 at 24 years old, I mean, he's kind of a beanpole.
He's 22. I mean,
all right. So yeah, all right. Not a bad pick.
He can grow. 22. I mean, 22. You went 4 years in college. Like, yeah, you could probably put on a little bit of weight, but probably not a lot. But I mean, the game's a little bit different. It's a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't really know a ton about Washington's defensive scheme, but
why not? Jake,
damn it. They could be. I mean, they could be going with like a 4-3 with like a speed inside linebacker. That maybe that makes sense. But no.
Can you name one guy on Washington's defense? Because I can't.
Honestly, the last person that I knew on the Washington's defense was Sean Taylor, and he was murdered.
Yeah, that was a long time ago too. Yeah, R.I.P.
That was like 12 years ago. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, like I think you were in the dorms when that happened.
Champ Bailey.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know.
So then we got the Giants taking wide receiver Kadarius Toney out of Florida. 6 foot, 193.
That's also.
I don't know this guy.
That's a pick from Chicago. I don't know if that was traded game day or draft day or whatever. I don't know anything about this guy. Who's New York's quarterback?
The Daniel, what's his name from Duke?
Oh, he's
boring.
Oh, he's trash. He's trash.
Maybe, but they. This also goes back to the.
But I guess it's better than like Nathan Peterman.
Yeah. It sounds like this guy could be good, but it also goes back to the whole Joe Burrow's deal. Well, who do you have in front of him? Because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you can't protect them, then they ain't gonna do shit.
You're right, and I mean, reports are that at least Saquon Barkley will be back for opening or for first game. So, I mean, at least he has a running back this year.
Well, that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So then we went 21. defensive end out of Michigan going to the Indianapolis Colts. Quidey Pay, something like that.
Yeah, Kwity Paye.
How do you say it?
Kwity, I think.
Okay.
I saw him. Since I live here, I watch probably more Michigan than I should. But so I at least saw him this year. I thought he was good. My Michigan, my friends that went to Michigan like him a lot. So that's a little bit biased, but seems like a solid pick. And for the Colts,
the Colts are fucking stacked this year, dude.
And I mean that's just adding to like our already good defense. Like, all right,
yeah, dude. The Colts are going to be a sleeper team this year. I think. I don't know the betting odds, but they just brought Carson Wentz in. And
I don't think Carson was that good, but whatever.
Either way, though, like they're going.
Their defense will carry them pretty far.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing is, like they know they've got something there, so like they're just trying to get something. Like they're going for it, and that's I like that. I like that. Just try. So then number 22, we go to Tennessee. Cornerback out of Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. Don't know anything about him. I'm assuming he's a pretty good guy.
All right. So what I've heard about him is like big frame and really fast, which is
he's 6'2", 197 for a cornerback. That's a pretty big guy.
Yeah. Whatever. He's fast. He's usually when you're getting that tall, you're not getting as fast of a guy. But I mean, you get this. And you say he's got rare blend of size, length, and top end speed. I mean, that sounds really great for a quarterback.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like Legion of Boom kind of cornerback. That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah, and they're coming from Virginia Tech, which is a defensive school. So yeah, I mean it sounds good.
Yeah, I mean Tennessee already has a solid offense. Stack up on defense, I guess.
Yeah, I mean when you got Derrick Henry, I mean you can kind of do what you want at the draft.
He does whatever he wants.
Exactly. So number 23, we got the Vikings coming from Seattle through the Jets. Taking Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech, offensive tackle. So wow, that 23. So yeah, they traded up a little ways.
Yeah. This seems okay. I think the Vikings need some help on the offensive line. They've had some injuries to several running backs in the last couple of years. I guess beef up on the line, maybe help them out there.
Yeah. Seems like a pretty standard end of the first round pick.
I mean, those are good picks for them in the first round.
Yeah, I think so. So then we got the Steelers coming up next. Oh, they're taking a running back. Najee Harris out of Alabama. That dude's a stud. But will he translate to the NFL? That's the problem.
Well, it seems kind of hit or miss for Alabama running backs in the last like 15 to 20 years. Like sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're terrible. Obviously in college she was amazing. Yeah, but they're all amazing, Henry, right?
Yeah. Who was the guy that Indy drafted? You had you either have Derrick Henry or you have the guy that went to Indianapolis that didn't turn out for shit.
Yeah, it was. There's another guy that was in there too in this similar time frame. They all kind of have, I don't know. Yeah, it was. Yeah, backup or split running back, or you got Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Who's like,
what was the guy that they drafted in the first round though? I can't remember his name. This is why you have Indian friends, guys, by the way. Like, look at that Google speed. Like, fucking wild.
Yeah, you spoke too soon.
Okay. Damn it. I was relying on you.
It's a dude in Baltimore. Well, there's Yeldon, Drake, Damian Harris, Mark Ingram is the one I was thinking of.
Okay, no, I'm thinking before Yeldon. I think it was a year before Yeldon. What?
Oh shoot, he's out of the league now. But Jacobs?
He won the Heisman.
Won the Heisman?
I think so. Look at those keys.
Oh, yeah. My keyboard's all like lights up and shit.
Yeah, that is straight up Indian right there. I'm culturally appropriating the shit out of this.
I'm culturally appropriating for y'all white people.
Perfect. Hey, this is why we get along, buddy.
Well, there's Henry. Okay, there's Henry, but you're thinking earlier?
I think so.
Henry Ingram. No one. Yeah, definitely no one earlier.
Oh, by the way, not the Colts, but he went to he was drafted by the Browns, but he got traded to the Colts.
Trent
Richardson.
Yeah, he did not win the Heisman.
No. Okay. All right. You're right.
But yes. Yeah.
But he was a finalist though.
He was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
But I mean, there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good running backs out of Alabama.
Yeah. So that's
there's also some bad ones.
About. Yeah. So this is Najee Harris going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's probably a good move. They always have good. They have good running backs. Always.
They lost Connor too, right?
Did they? I don't know.
I thought Connor left.
It wouldn't surprise me. So that makes perfect sense. So
yeah, it does. As always, big ass back. He'll fit in fine.
Yeah. He'll be a Steeler just fine. Just fine.
Yeah.
All right. So now we got Travis Etienne, who was he a tight end? Or no, he's 5'10".
He's a running back. Running back.
Clemson.
I mean, he's good. He's been on, national title teams, but I don't know. He certainly wasn't the focus of that offense. But I don't know. The Jags could, always use a backup.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at Darren Sproles, though. I mean, he was an undersized guy that was around for a long fucking time.
Well, I mean, honestly, 5'10", 215 isn't exactly undersized. I mean, that's like.
In this day's NFL, you're right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's like Maurice Jones-Drew or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even if you look at like, was it Adrian Peterson? Like, I mean, he only weighs like 210.
Yeah, but that dude was a beast, though.
He was, but yeah, so like this guy, yeah, compact, looks like maybe change the pace kind of that guy. Seems I don't know. I don't know enough about this guy, but I guess his ESPN ranks him first position rank. Yeah.
He's going to the Jaguars, so that I mean,
Jags
are going to be good. They're going to be good, I think.
Change the pace back. Somebody who can catch balls out of the backfield. Like it seems like a solid pickup. I mean, their offense is stacked already. Like, all right, fine.
Yeah, I think so. And then let's see, we had Travis Etienne. We already talked. Yeah, that's the guy we were talking about. And then Peyton Turner out of Houston goes to the Saints.
You missed like two, man.
I did?
Yeah, you got Greg Newsome going to the Browns.
Oh, right. All right, so cornerback out of Northwestern. What the fuck? Yeah.
I mean, that Northwestern team was really good. Had a really good defense.
Did they win a bowl game this year or what?
No, I think the Big Ten just like took a shit in the bowl games as a whole. Yeah, it was a hard time.
You have that.
But I mean, these are like some of the best Northwestern teams in a very long time. Good defense, playing in the Big Ten, and then the Browns, which seem like they're up and coming. Good offense.
That's a pretty good move. So Greg Newsome the second says Newsome is a scheme versatile corner with the size, instincts, and top end speed to match up in press, compete in off-man coverage, and makes plays in the zone. He is not a playmaker, but he does an above average job of breaking up passes. Newsome is a solid tackler in support and after the catch. So,
it sounds like a good nickelback.
Yeah, sounds like a good guy. Like guy you want out there every third play, probably. Yeah, good for him. Greg Newsome, welcome to Cleveland. You're probably gonna suck.
And Cleveland's gonna suck. I mean, just a city, but a city at least.
Yeah. So then we went to Rashad Bateman, who is a wide receiver out of Minnesota, going to the Ravens. 6 foot, $190. Number 5 guy on the board says Bateman is an NFL-ready route runner who is highly adept at beating press coverage and is a natural hands catcher who attacks the ball away from his frame. Blah 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 blah.
Well, so I mean, I think you skipped to like the best part. Maybe he's a physical open field runner, which might work really well with Jackson.
Yeah, I was gonna say what the hell we have going on in Minnesota? Because I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, they're okay last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say because this guy seems like he should be good, but I don't know how good Minnesota is. So
better than usual.
Fair enough. So good luck on this guy, and go to 28. Peyton Turner out of University of Houston, is a defensive end going to the New Orleans Saints. Number 9 at his position overall, 73 overall in the rankings.
Dude, this is a huge stretch.
Yeah, it seems like it. But hey, the Saints are known for doing something like that every now and then, taking a stretch on a guy. But yeah, you're talking 7 guys rated above him that haven't gone yet. Yeah, I don't like it.
They could have traded down mid-second round and still picked him up.
Oh yeah, easily. All right. So anyway, Peyton Turner goes 28 to the Saints. Number 29 is the Green Bay Packers cornerback Eric Stokes out of Georgia. Press corner, good size, excellent speed, excellent length, and outstanding top end speed. Got 4 passes, in 9 games. Season knock on the ball. All right, so he is 6'1", 194, big guy, especially for corner.
Yeah, he's big. He's got some reach, but like I would kind of like Turner. I think he probably drafted a little bit high. As a Packers fan, like I don't know. I think they're trying to replace King, who like missed some big plays at corner last year in the playoffs. But like,
yeah,
this ain't the guy.
Yeah, they're reaching.
Yeah, this is your third. This is like your third down. Extra corner.
And
guy.
so,
yeah.
By the way, though, since we're 29 picks in, the Packers never did trade Rodgers, right?
No, not that I've heard of.
All right, so that was kind of the big news going into the draft. That didn't happen. All right, anyway, congratulations, Eric Stokes going to Green Bay. Number 30, defensive end out of Miami, Gregory Rousseau going to the Buffalo Bills, going to smash a table. 6'7", 266.
It's a big
tall,
boy.
Lean. Yeah, but he's not very big.
I mean, pass rusher. I mean, those aren't necessarily like the biggest guys anymore.
No. I mean, it's the right frame, but 6'7", 260. That's it's a big dude with not a lot of gut to throw around.
Yeah, he's maybe a little bit too small to play like a full-time, 3-point stance end, but maybe too big to cover out in the flat. I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna be. He's a specialty guy for sure.
Yeah.
Going to the Buffalo Bills. What do you think about old Josh Allen?
I like him a lot, man.
Dude, I fucking love that guy. The Broncos should have drafted him. He would have been king of Denver if they would have drafted him. But no, they had to let him go to Buffalo.
Yeah, that was a miss on their part.
Dude, Buffalo. That was a can't lose. Like, that he's not great going in, but he has the raw talents. So you could have drafted him late in the first round and been just fine.
Fine.
But they didn't.
Yeah. Especially coming to like Ohio, like not a huge not a great school, but you certainly had the size and the strength and the accuracy to be an NFL quarterback. Like, fuck the competition at that point if you're making all your passes and you got to like cannon.
Yeah. All right. So number 31, we got Jason Ohway out of Penn State. He is 6'5", 257. What's his position? Outside linebacker. And he is going to from KC. Baltimore. All right. Well, he's just gadget at this point. They gotta. Baltimore is going to be tough.
Yeah. I mean that offense lives in with Jackson, but that defense, like, man, they always seem to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, John Harbaugh has figured that out. Like you be just crafty enough on offense, but you be fucking smoldering on defense. Like just nothing gets by you on defense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The offense is, I don't know, not as good last year, but I mean, Jackson, like, extremely efficient and runs.
Yeah. And he gets out of bounds. He gets out of bounds. He doesn't take hits. So I mean, it's hard to knock him.
Yeah, I mean, you rush for 1,000 yards, you throw 30 touchdowns and like 5 interceptions. Like, who cares if you only threw for 2,500 yards or 3,000 yards or something? Not that big if you're that efficient. And then you got a defense to come to rely on. Make sure that they're not scoring either, too. Like, I don't know. It's a scary team when they're firing on all cylinders.
Yep. All right. So Jason Ohway goes to the Baltimore Ravens, and 32 pick goes to the Arizona Cardinals. How did they get that pick? So they traded with the Tampa Bay Bucks, and they get outside linebacker Joe Tryon, who is 6'5", 295 out of Washington.
Washington is a good team. I think pretty good defense. That's really all I know about them.
I don't know. It seems like they overshot their capacity. So this is, by the way, this is Tampa Bay Bucks. So they might. You never know. This guy's probably going to be a stud because coming out of that team. But either way, like you could have got some fucking weapons still. But maybe they need that. I don't know.
I don't think the Bucks will be very good.
You don't think so? You don't think Tom Brady can repeat?
Well, okay. All right. I don't know. Age just has to catch up to him at some point. And I swear, I swear, like, at some point he's going to take a hit. And, he's old, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. But at the same time, like, I find it very hard to hate him because, fucking keep on going, man. But at the same time, you're like, I don't know. He is kind of a douchebag, but I like it, just, I don't know.
I mean, like I said, I'm very spiteful and still take that snow game to heart, and I hate him for it forever.
Oh, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Don't worry about that. He is a giant piece of shit, but
it was a fumble.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. But he had some people in his ear, so
I mean, he's clearly 6 rings. He's clearly if not the best, really fucking close.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt at this point. So, anyway, Joe Tryon, 6'5", 259, out of Washington. Good for you, buddy. Outside linebacker. You can go play for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Well, Jake, we did the whole first round. I still don't know what the fuck's going on, but it was exciting.
Yeah, it's the first draft I watched in years.
Yeah, fuck. I think we did it good. Anyways,
yeah.
I'm glad you came on, buddy.
Oh yeah.
And for all these people that all these bunch of racist rednecks that listen to my show, this is Jake Rehnquist, great buddy of mine. We've known each other for 12 years now, something like that. Long time.
Dude, at least 15.
Yeah. Something like that. So what? 2021. 17 years. Yeah, you're right. Long fucking time. Anyway, this guy's a good guy. He's got stupid opinions sometimes, but we all do. Either way, I love him like a brother. He's one of my boys, and I appreciate you guys tuning in for us on the Draft Spectacular. We gave you no usable information, and I love that. So, dude, Jake, I fucking appreciate you coming on the show, man. I really do. It's been a long time, and it's good. It's just good to talk to you, man.
Yeah, no problem. It was a good time. Anytime you want to shoot the shit about some sports, I could try at least.
All right. Well, hey, keep your schedule open. We got some spots. Don't worry. I got some ideas.
If it's baseball, I actually know that.
No, like just anything. Like I know how you fucking Asians are when it comes to gambling. Like we're talking gambling. Like we're gonna get something going, and I know you're in. I know you're in.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, fine.
No, dude. Honestly though, like I fucking appreciate you, and for my audience, I think they know where I come from, but I don't think they know like where I came from, and it's guys like you and Nick and Aaron and Eric that have shaped where I come from today, and I appreciate you all. And yeah, thanks again for coming on, man. It was fun, and
it was a good time.
All you fuckers that we had one listener hanging in the whole time, so that's a good sign. We got one true fan. I'm sure you were sorely disappointed, but hey, you're welcome. And on that note, from me and Jake, move your ass. We're burning daylight.